You're listening to Linux News Log, separating the Linux and open source signal from the noise, a proud member of techpodcasts.com. From Business Wire, InterSystems adds support for Red Hat Enterprise Linux for Amazon EC2's platform. InterSystems Corporation today announced support for the Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud platform. InterSystems specializes in advanced integration database and business intelligence technologies for breakthrough applications. Support for the latest 2010 releases of InterSystems Cache high-performance object database and InterSystems Ensemble rapid integration and development platform is now available on the Amazon EC2 platform with 64-bit Red Hat Enterprise Linux as the guest operating system. So pretty neat stuff. Check it out. I actually have quite a bit of experience with InterSystems, and they've got some unique things going on. From IT Jungle, IBM tosses in freebie Red Hat Enterprise Linux with Power Express servers. IBM is hoping for years that Linux would drive new workloads on Power-based systems where OS 400i platforms are the back-end systems, just like Linux-based partitions have, to a certain extent, been the salvation of the System Z mainframe. It's hard to say for sure how much traction Linux has gotten at OS 400 and iShops, or even AIX shops for that matter. But what I can tell you is that Big Blue wants to give Linux a shot so badly it is willing to fork out the cash to get you to try the first license. So pretty interesting stuff. Basically what's going on is they're offering a special promotion on Red Hat Enterprise Linux. If you buy a Power Systems Express configuration, then plus either the Power VM standard or the Enterprise Edition hypervisor, then IBM will toss in a support subscription license to the Power version of Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So relatively good deal. You got to spend some cash to get there, but they're giving it a shot. From online social media, Ubuntu Linux OS heading for Apple-like solution. The operating system Ubuntu has firmly established itself and is now the #1 Linux operating system distribution. The OS sponsored by Canonical, which is growing in use by both consumers and businesses, will certainly face new tests as it continues to advance forward. And here we take a look at how Ubuntu will face the challenges ahead. So basically what's going on is, and this has been evident in recent Ubuntu releases, is that Canonical's been making user interface, operating system type changes that make it more of an Apple-like experience, which may not, if you ask me, it's not necessarily a bad thing. There are a lot of things that Apple does really well at the user interface level. Again, some things not so great. Windows is much better at, but there are some things where Apple just really takes the cake and eats it too, and Microsoft just doesn't seem to get it for some reason. But at any rate, so this article is primarily about just what's going on there in Ubuntu land. From honline.com, Puppy Linux founder releases Quirky 1.4. Puppy Linux founder Barry Collar has announced the release of version 1.4 of Quirky. The Quirky Linux distribution is a platform for trying out new quirky ideas and is in the same family as Puppy Linux, but its creator points out that it's a distinct distro in its own right. So, quirky stuff. If you want to try it out, Puppy Linux is a great little Linux for monkeying around with stuff. Quirky is exactly what it's, it's meant for you to monkey around with quirky stuff. So check it out. From Network World, University of Warwick to spend £1.3 million on Linux supercomputer. The University of Warwick has awarded a contract for a new Linux-based high-performance computing facility to OFC, Under the 1.3 million pound contract, HPC solutions provider OFC will deliver the facility at the University Center for Scientific Computing, where it will be mainly used for research in the field of magnetohydrodynamics, MHD, otherwise known as MHD. MHD is the study of dynamics of electrically conducting fluids such as plasma and metal liquids. So pretty neat stuff. I'm interested to see what, how this works when it's all done. From drivershq.com, AMD releases open source driver for Fusion. Processor manufacturer AMD has released a Linux driver for the Ontario chip, the first in the company's Fusion line of processors. The new driver has been released open source, allowing users to view and edit its code. Kind of nice. Yes, I love it when processor companies do that. So pretty neat stuff. Check it out. From the download blog over at download.cnet.com, Opera goes to 11 with extensions API. Pretty nice stuff. Opera may be getting most of its attention these days from its mobile browsers, but that doesn't mean that the company is ignoring its desktop browser. The first beta for Opera 11 introduces a long missing extensions API in a lightweight profile similar to those that run on the WebKit powered browsers like Chrome and Safari. So pretty neat stuff. Opera's always been kind of one of those little choo-choo trains that could browsers, and forward progress is forward progress. That'll pretty much do it for this edition of Linux News Log. As always, everything we've talked about is linked up in the show notes. Just visit us on the web at linux.quicksurf.com. You can shoot me an email, linux@quicksurf.com, or follow me on Twitter over at twitter.com/Adrian_bacon. Please subscribe if you have not already done so. The subscription links are in the show notes. And with that, I will see all of you on the next episode. I'll see you then. Bye.